What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Knicks Cave. I'm Jan, a Knicks fan, your host. Let's get right into it. But before we do, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment. You want to know when the next video going to drop? Hit that notification bell. All right, let's get into it. The New York Knicks will be taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is the first game of a back-to-back. And I know a lot of people still talking about that Pelicans game, but I wanted to just come out and talk about the New York Knicks in the season right now, where it's at. I'm not too worried about the way the Knicks is playing right now. I feel like with every other team, it's going to all come together. So I know that Pelican games had people worried the way Julius Randle got manhandled. There is a little reason to be concerned if you think about the way Julius Randle was coming out the last 3 games, playing that first quarter. We used to Julius Randle coming out in the first quarter being dominant, you know what I'm saying, putting up 15, 16, sometimes 20 points in the first quarter. So to watch him play these last few games is a little mind-boggling, put us in a perspective like what's going on with Julius Randle. You got to think about he's still coming off that ankle surgery, so is he really on 100%? I don't know. The club is not, divulging that knowledge. So I don't know. All I know is that he's averaging somewhere around 13 points a game right now, and that's way below his normal, and it's not what we used to as Knicks fans. As much as y'all, when I say y'all, I mean Knicks fans, get down on Julius Randle. We all respect his game. We know he's a guy that can put up 20 points a night, and we're not seeing that right now. I don't know if he's, changing his game to fit the team or the team action. I don't know. But what I know right now, he's not the same guy that I seen last season. And what I seen in that Pelican game, I don't want to see no more, because we don't want him to be that guy who he used to be, turning the ball over consistently throughout the game. So I don't know right now. I'm gonna be honest. I'm on the fence about being worried, because I know it's early in the season. We haven't reached 10 games yet. So in my opinion, when teams hit that 10-game plateau, you can judge about who or what they're going to be for that season, because every season is different. You know what I'm saying? You don't believe me? Who won the championship last year? Denver Nuggets. Y'all going to tell me y'all expected the Denver Nuggets to win the championship last season? Don't tell me you did. If you did, you didn't do it until it was like 30 games or maybe 15, 20 games into the season. And that's what I mean by let's wait. Let's just sit back and relax and see what the Knicks going to do. Jalen Brunson been coming out kind of flat. So, like I said, we just going to sit back, relax, and see what these guys got. Let's get into this Cleveland game real quick. Key injuries for the game. Donovan Mitchell is a game-time decision. Ricky Rubio is expected to miss in the game. Garland is out. Jarrett Allen is out. Jerome is out. So I don't know. A lot of key players is going to be out on this team, but you still have other players right now on the Cavs that are all putting up double-digit points, like Caris LeVert, Strauss. You got a few other guys. So this is going to be a challenge. I know the Cavs are 0-2 right now, and we're playing in their house, and they have not won a game in their house. They're 1-2, same record as the Knicks. This is, like I said, this is going to be a challenge for the New York Knicks. And like I said earlier, I'm not worried. I'm still seeing the Knicks finding out where their team at. I know the whole thing about consistency and familiarity that this team had was the selling point coming into the season. But I think we still added a couple of players, and it's still going to take some time of people adjusting. And we don't really know the role of being asked of Julius Randle right now. He could be asked, to let Jalen Brunson do his thing. It's his team. Maybe that's getting a little bit under Julius Randle's skin. It could just be, like I said earlier, that he did come off ankle surgery and he's not 100%. But I'll tell you one thing, he should not be averaging 13 points. Emmanuel quickly shouldn't be averaging more points than Julius Randle right now. But at the same time, it's early in the season. I also want to point that out. Both teams, let's see where they stand at in their respective divisions. In the Atlantic Division, the Knicks are right now in third. And the Central, Cleveland is fourth. Like I said, they both 1-2. It's early in the season. Boston only played 2 games, and they're looking good. So everybody already anointing them the champions of the East. And like I said, well, I haven't said it, but I'm going to say, the way the Knicks played that play that game against Boston, it wasn't a bad game because the Knicks stars, Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson, had off games. They barely beat us. And if the Knicks would have hit their free throws down the line, we missed like 12 free throws that game. If we'd have hit them free throws, we'd have won that game. So I'm not really sold on Boston quite yet. I know Kristaps Porzingis had a great night. Tatum had a great night, but how long is them nights going to last? So right now, when we look at the Atlantic Division and where the Knicks are standing at, I'm confident that we would be even right where we at by the end of the season, somewhere around fifth or sixth in the East, but maybe second or third in the East in the Atlantic Division. All right, let's move over and just check out how these teams match up. Excuse me, real quick. When it comes to scoring, the Knicks is 22nd in the league. Cleveland is 14th. The pace, the Knicks is 17th. Cleveland 19th. A lot of things going to have to change for this team, to really compete in the East. But like I said, I'm not really worried because tonight will be only the fourth game. So we'll see what happens and how, it go down in the stretch. Tibbs going to have to really, in my opinion, start digging into the offensive playbook, change that defense up just a little bit. And honestly, I think he's going to have to go away from Hart on RJ Barrett playing that 4. If it's a small man, I understand it. Small man out line of rotation on the opposite, I understand it. But when they got their bigs out there, it's going to hurt us. But like I said, it's early in the season. I guess Tibbs is still experimenting, seeing what he can do with this rotation. The Knicks is a small team. After Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson, Isaiah Hartenstein, the height really falls off. Even if you want to throw Sims in there, Sims is really only 6'9", maybe 6'10". So the Knicks is really a small team right now. So next year, or even people keep talking about trade. If we ain't gonna trade for a superstar, we need a good wing and we need a power forward. We need some guys with size, some length that can get up and down the court, that can play defense and hit that 3 ball. You know what I'm saying? I would like a power forward that can really stretch the floor, but can block shots. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do a video about that. I'm going to look around and put my basketball brain and knowledge and see who the Knicks can go out there and who's available. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times I hear people talking about the Knicks to go trade for this player, get that player. But if you see that player being so good and valuable to the Knicks, don't you think that organization see the same thing in that player? So I don't understand why some people start calling out trades, especially if we even hear anything about it. But let's move right along. All right, when we come to this scoring, so let's check out the scoring, each individual stats. Donovan Mitchell is averaging 35 points, but he's a game-time decision. I ain't going to talk about Garland, even though he's averaging 15 points. He's out. You got LeVert. He's averaging 19 points. And Mobley, 19 points. Max Strauss is averaging 18 points. So, like I said, you have other guys on this team that's averaging double-digit scores. So, I expect the win, but it shouldn't be an easy win. The Knicks is going to have to go out there and put in some work and start playing as a team that we hope that they be down the line, this season. I'll just give you the Knicks stats real quick. Like I said, you got Jalen Brunson and Evan Mobley, featuring the key players of the game. But RJ Barrett right now is leading the New York Knicks in scoring. For all you RJ Barrett haters, yeah, I'm still using my term star Barrett because I still have faith in this kid. He's growing, and that Cleveland, that tournament fever, Canada. You see him growing, and I think some of that is coming over, and I want to see it. And I hope I still see it throughout the season because we know how streaky RJ Barrett can be. But I think RJ Barrett is going to have a season where people will talk about he can be an all-star next year. I think he's going to have that type of season that he's going to put up numbers, and his defense has always been shaky, but I think he's going to change a lot of people's mind this season. A lot of Knicks fans' minds in particular. All right, y'all tell me what y'all think. So I know a lot of people who have the Knicks winning this game, especially if Donovan Mitchell don't play. Then you have Garland out, key players. Allen, who's going to defend that paint. So the Knicks should walk away with this victory. But if they don't, like I said, I'm not too worried. I'll be upset they lose to this team tonight. You know what I'm saying? I expect them to come in hungry after that loss to the Pelicans and want to knock the undermanned team off. So I'm hoping the Knicks will come in and do work tonight. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Don't forget to hit that comment section up. And I want everybody to stay safe, stay healthy. God bless, and peace.